Hi, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Ian.is.weird. So, today we're going to talk about some more skills to help us cope and live our life as happy as possible. This is just as much of a reminder for you or education for you as it is a reminder for me because I'm not always great at using my skills, even though I've learned them time and time again. So, today we're going to talk a little bit about mindfulness and specifically about the what skills. So, mindfulness, so in DBT, which is a therapy method, it's called dialectical behavioral therapy. Dialectical means that two things can be true at once. So, a really common one that people experience is things in my life are going really well and I'm sad. Like those two things can be true at the same time. In school, I'm doing really well in school, but I'm struggling emotionally. Those things can be true at the same time. Um, Anything like that, whether they seem contradictory or not, can be true at the same time. And so that's why dialectical behavioral therapy focuses on mindfulness as one of its pillars, because mindfulness is about balancing our rational or logical mind, which is where we make decisions purely based on logic. We don't consider our own emotions, we don't consider other people's emotions, and in this mindset, we can do, it might seem like that is a more positive avenue than the alternative. But during times where we just focus on this mindset, we can be neglecting our emotional needs and get into a kind of sticky situation. We can also be really difficult for people who we love or who we care about because we are kind of like robots, kind of. On the flip side, we have emotional mind. And emotional mind is when we're just thinking with our emotions. You're just jumping into action. You're not thinking about consequences or anything like that. We're at the whim of our emotions, and it's a very difficult place to be in. It's a very painful place to be in. So, what dialectical behavioral therapy put together is kind of the essence of mindfulness. Now, mindfulness, a lot of this is kind of derived from like a lot of Eastern medicine and meditation techniques. So it might not be that new to you if you do like yoga or meditation or something like that. But mindfulness in this therapy technique really is derived from a lot of that. So it's not like, you know, it's not reinventing the wheel, it's just reminding you that the wheel was there. So mindfulness is when we balance logical mind and emotional mind into a place where we make decisions when we are thinking and acting in a way that both respects that logical, methodical, planned out part of our brains and that emotional part of our brains that needs to be nurtured as well. When we make mindful decisions, our decisions tend to be just a lot better on average. I'm just speaking personally, but I've seen it with other people too. So, I said we were going to go through the what skills. This is just what they're labeled. And there's two sets of skills in mindfulness. There's the how skills and the what skills. For me, the what skills altogether are kind of easier to start out with, I think. So we are going to talk about kind of like the timeline of a thought. And so that's going to help us explain the what skills. So there are three what skills, and we'll just kind of go through them one by one. So the first one is observe. So it's just observing that you have a thought. You're not judging it. You're not mad at yourself for thinking something. It's just like think of the most like mundane thing you can think of in your life. It's like you're driving along a road and you see a mailbox and you say, "Okay, I saw that." Like, it's nothing big. It's not. It could be, you're outside and you see a plane, and you say, okay, I saw that. It's very simple. So with a thought, so I'm gonna, it can be a very light, very simple, happy thought, or it can be a darker thought or an intrusive thought, anything like that. I'm gonna try to keep it relatively light, just because, you know, for like my own sake, because my mind gets really dark. Um, so let's say our thought is I should eat some ice cream. I like that's the thought, right? So the thought comes in, and I like to visualize it. I'm a very visual person, but and I also think about like when if you're trying to get your Wi-Fi to connect, or you're doing troubleshooting on your Wi-Fi on your laptop or your phone, how it has the different places, and you can kind of see it's trying to send or trying to see where the problem is. So I don't know. I kind of see like a kind of timeline in my brain of thoughts. I don't know if that makes sense or whatever. So think of it as a thought is coming in your ear and it's going to your brain, and it's there. The thought is there. I don't even know what the thought is yet. Um, I just, you should get some ice cream. Coming in my ear. Okay, I have a thought in there. Okay, that's observe. Very simple, but it's easy to get ahead of ourselves and start judging ourselves and ripping apart that idea. Get mad at ourselves for having that. Nope. Observe is just it's there. Very simple. The next is to describe the thought. And so we're going to describe it as factually, or as non-judgmentally is the best way to put it. So I see the thought and I say, I'm thinking I should eat some ice cream. See, there was no judgment in that. I wasn't. I'm thinking about ice cream and I should feel bad because I'm on a diet. Or I'm thinking about ice cream and and I'm mad because I didn't buy ice cream at the store, or anything like that. There's no judgment. There's nothing like that in the thought, in the description of the thought. It's just, I'm thinking that I should eat ice cream. Simple, right? But sometimes this could be like, what if someone cuts you off in the car, in your car, and you're like, I should flip them the bird. You're thinking I should flip them the bird, but you know you don't have to beat yourself up for having that thought. You don't have to get mad at them more than you already are, because now you're having these thoughts. No, just okay. I'm thinking about flipping the off the bird. Very it's almost just it's like watching a movie and trying to describe what someone else is doing and thinking. You kind of have to be a little bit above yourself and get a bird's eye view of it. So I'm having this thought. This is what the thought is. Period. No judgment. Period. Okay. And the last part is participate. So this is where you make a decision. Before, we weren't making decisions. We weren't judging. We're still not judging, but now we're choosing whether or not we participate in the thought, in the action that our thought would lead to. So for the ice cream, I could say, you know what, I'm not going to eat ice cream today. I don't need to put the caveat of I'm not going to eat ice cream because X, Y, or Z, or I'm going to eat ice cream because X, Y, or Z. All I'm saying is I'm going to eat some ice cream. And then you just approach it non-judgmentally, because when we look at it judgmentally, we are taking that emotional mind and we're using that to kind of beat ourselves up. We get beat up by life enough. We don't need to do it any more than we already get beat up, right? So if you have the thought and you choose to participate in it, you've thought about it both logically and emotionally, you make your decision, well, there you go. You're in the car, you get cut off. You think about flipping someone off. So then you think about it. Okay, do I want to flip this person off? There could be consequences. That's your logical side. There could be consequences of flipping someone off. Your emotional mind might be like, you know, I am very angry, and when I'm angry, I want to flip someone off. Um, but will I feel guilty? That could be something that goes on in your brain. All of these things, these help inform you on whether or not you participate in the action. So, this is the what, these are the what skills of mindfulness. So, mindfulness is about tracking your thought from inception into your brain to the action that that thought may or may not produce. And we don't have to act on every thought that we have. We don't even have to act on most of the thoughts that we have. You get to choose how you participate, but also if you have dark thoughts or you're kind of like me and like your brain kind of always goes to the most dark place it possibly can, don't judge yourself for it. It's about how you act on that. And if you have acted on it maybe not as ideally as you want in the past, it doesn't make you a bad person. It doesn't mean anything. There's always room for improvement. There's always room for growth. And that's what this is about. So we're not looking back and saying, we should have done this better. All we're saying is going forward, we're being in the present moment, and we're going to approach things mindfully. And to approach things mindfully, we need to let thoughts come in as they're going to anyways. We can't stop thinking about things, but we can relax on how badly we judge ourselves for having these thoughts, and we can choose how we react, like outwardly or even inwardly. Like if the participate would be to beat ourselves up, we can choose not to beat ourselves up. And it's really empowering, but these skills, as simple as they sound, are not actually that simple because our minds are often so trained to beat ourselves up and be so mean to us. I'm speaking very personally here that I can be so mean to myself. And so practicing this skill, even on the simple like like the decisions of life that aren't that difficult, like the ice cream thing. Like if I practice the skill on ice cream, then once I get to a bigger decision in my life, mental health treatment or something like that, I've practiced enough that that exercise in observing, describing, and participating is so much easier for me because I just kind of know how to handle it now. So I really hope that this video is helpful. I recorded it before, but it was pretty rough. And I don't think this one's great, but I do think it's better. If you'd like me to try again because it still doesn't make sense, or if you have any questions, please feel free to let me know in the comments. If you like this skill or if you don't like this skill, let me know. If you want to see anything else, let me know. If you want me to get a better computer because my audio is bad, don't let me know unless you're going to buy me a laptop. Thank you very much. I hope you have a great day, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.